Now at 6, more dogs are becoming sick with the flu. We're going to hear from a local expert on how to protect our furry friends, plus how live Christmas trees can be repurposed to benefit the environment. And Watered Gardens presents a check to organizations from their Empty Bowls event to combat hunger. We'll add up the numbers.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A local veterinarian reports a rise in flu cases this winter in canines. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Carrie Worthen spoke to the local vet and dog owner about this flu season.
You're going to be on the news tonight.
This little guy named Avocado is happy and healthy. But a Pittsburgh veterinarian says a lot of his canine colleagues aren't so lucky.
It does seem most of the cases that have been sent out for testing are coming back as canine influenza.
Dr. Brandy Lawrence with Broadway Animal Hospital says that in the past 2 weeks they have seen around 30 dogs that have been positive with the flu.
There's several different medications we can do to get them feeling better and just making them more comfortable. Since it is usually a virus, there's nothing we can do to cure it, but there's lots of things that we can do to help them be more comfortable for the week or two that it takes them to kind of recover.
Knowing your dog and when they are acting or looking different is the first step to help this flu season.
He thinks he's ferocious, but he's not.
I mean, if he had a cough or an extra runny nose or was lethargic, not eating very well, I would definitely go to the vet and see what's going on.
There are lots of different diseases that can cause coughing in dogs. So notice your dog coughing, go ahead and call your veterinarian and get him seen and have a Merry Christmas.
So when it comes to your fur babies, you can never be too safe. In Pittsburgh, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
To learn more about the dog flu, go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. A former youth minister in Joplin is going to prison in a child porn case. 25-year-old Nicholas Stevens today pled guilty to receiving and distributing child pornography. The judge sentences him to 6 years in federal prison without parole. Stevens was formerly the youth minister at St. Paul's United Methodist Church in Joplin. Let's check in with Sam for a first look at the weather.
Thank you very much. It was a little bit on the chilly side today and no precipitation, and we are needing some more rain as we're still in a drought in a large part of the area. The drought tracker map got updated today. Extreme drought still in southeastern Kansas and northeastern Oklahoma. A little bit of break in southwestern Missouri because of the rain that we have been seeing here lately. Radar right now is all clear, but that's going to be changing as we head towards the weekend. But this evening, pretty chilly. 35 degrees, dropping down to freezing by 10 o'clock and 24 by tomorrow morning. And taking a look down the lane, we're going to be seeing a chilly weekend across the area, maybe some Monday snow and a bitter cold wave. And what about a white Christmas? I'll have the answers coming up in just a little bit.
All right, we'll see you soon. City of Pittsburgh has a new mayor. Pittsburgh City Commissioners elected Dr. Ron Sigley as the mayor for the new year. Sigley was born and raised in Franklin, Kansas, and has lived in Pittsburgh for many years, worked as a family doctor in Pittsburgh since 1979. He also has 34 years combined active and reserve duty service with the U.S. Army Reserves. His term will expire in December of next year. More and more people are switching to electric vehicles, but one of the main problems facing EV owners is a lack of charging stations, especially in more rural areas like here in the 4 states. The Biden administration this year announced a $5 billion plan to create a nationwide network of EV charging stations over the next 5 years. We caught up with an EV driver in Galena, Kansas, making his way along Route 66, raising awareness about the growing need.
Type of charger that you put in is either a level 2 or a level 3, and what that means is how fast it charges the car. And the charging technology is advancing really fast. So pretty soon it will get down to where you get to a charger and you're there 10 minutes.
Currently, the fastest charger can fully charge a battery in about half an hour. Putting up a live Christmas tree is a long-standing tradition in a lot of households, and now some people want to make a tradition out of repurposing a Christmas tree. KOAM's Amber Jenkins spoke to 2 experts about how to do that.
Going to a Christmas tree farm and picking out the perfect tree to bring home is a tradition Bridgestone Christmas Tree Farm takes pride in.
Because we'll have the hayride going, the kids' rides are going. We got a campfire, you can sit around, roast marshmallows. It's more about making a tradition year after year, not just coming out and getting a Christmas tree.
After the festive activities are over, you can drop your tree at your local city public works.
And the city repurposes those by, I believe they mulch them up, and then most cities that mulch is free when you want to go pick it up.
Or if you like bird watching, your Christmas tree can become a new home to a little cardinal.
The birds will feed on the south side of it, so if you want to use this to provide yourself some bird feeding entertainment, some viewing entertainment, make sure to put it on the north side of your house, because that way the birds will be feeding on the south side of that tree. The south side in the wintertime is traditionally the side that gets more warmth, more sun, so it can provide good shelter or good cover for ground feeding birds.
Discarded live Christmas trees are also great for fish habitation.
I mean, you can't just put it right on the edge of the pond. So live Christmas trees do make good fish habitat, but you got to have a way to get it out to a part of the pond where it will totally sink.
Whatever you decide to do, it can benefit the environment.
When you have a live Christmas tree, after the holiday season's over with, you can use that live Christmas tree to enhance your habitat around your home, and in that way it's kind of the gift that keeps on giving.
Again, that was Amber Jenkins reporting. Repurposing a live Christmas tree after the holidays can turn your tradition into a positive environmental impact. It's never too late to make a kid's Christmas brighter. Carl Junction Schools helped KOAM's Toy Box campaign with a donation of 128 toys of their own. Today, we picked up those toy donations. And this wasn't the school district's only charitable holiday project.
A really high turnout on our canned food drive before Thanksgiving, and a lot of times it's a little bit lower because people are kind of stretched. But this year, yeah, we had 128, which is lower than we had wanted and lower than we had in years past, but it's still a really good turnout.
Now, we are no longer taking Toy Box donations for this year, but we do want to thank every one of you who supported this project with a small donation or a large one. Your efforts go a long, long way for families in need. Watered Gardens in Joplin presented the funds gathered from the 10th annual Empty Bowls event. The Empty Bowls event is a chance for patrons to buy a handcrafted pottery bowl, enjoying a serving of soup, and then take the bowl home as a reminder that someone somewhere is hungry. In all, Watered Gardens raised more than $7,000.
We use it for general operating expenses. We have a 100% volunteer staff, so we don't have any paid staff at our organization. And so this is actually a big percentage of our budget for the year.
The funds were split among 4 area organizations, including Watered Gardens. Coming up, a Kansas City area school district becomes the largest district in Missouri to make a change to the school week. Later, Webb City Wrestling hits the mat to square off against Frontenac. We have the highlights. The U.S. Department of Agriculture today announced it's investing nearly $500,000 in critical infrastructure to combat climate change and expand access to clean energy for people all across rural Kansas. Among the investments, Mid-America Pipe Fabricating and Supply Company, Inc. of Scammon, Kansas receives nearly $50,000 to buy and install 2 15-kilowatt wind turbines. The Independence Missouri School Board approved a plan to move to a 4-day school week earlier this week with a vote of 6-1. It's become the largest district in Missouri to do that. Betsy Webster has reaction from teachers and parents.
Yeah, you can make another one here. The intention is to make the district a more attractive place to work for teachers, support staff, and bus drivers. As you know, there's been a staffing challenge on those fronts nationwide. One teacher of 20 years told us she's excited for the new schedule to kick in.
Because I feel like I'm going to be able to capture more time for me, for my family, and it just helps put things into perspective and just gets me into a better space to come back into the classroom.
The plan presented tonight makes Monday the day off.
I came from the corporate world where I did work. I lobbied for myself to have a 4-day work week. And I worked harder on those 4 days to make sure that that 5th day that I had was going to be of quality for me.
They'll tack 35 minutes onto the school day for the rest of the week. Childcare for some parents is an obvious concern, which is why the district is providing options for enrichment learning on Mondays. But bus transportation is not included for most kids those days, and one parent says that's a problem.
I think they have no idea how many students will be engaging in those 5th day activities and how many students will not have transportation and will be sitting at home without resources.
There are 141 much smaller school districts in Missouri that are already on 4-day school weeks. Now, this new schedule here in Independence does not start until next school year. Hiring for that year begins in January, though the district said before this was even passed, when they were just floating the idea, they already saw a significant uptick in applications.
The district has created a 4-day instructional week information center online for updates during that transition. A little bit later, we're going to hear from the Carl Junction girls basketball team on their big win against Bentonville West last night.
And how low can we go? That's the big question. Along with the White Christmas, I'll have the answer when we return. Well, we had quite a bit of sunshine today, but it didn't really help with temperatures too much, as most areas stayed in the 30s this afternoon, with those westerly winds making it feel a little bit nippy out there. Right now, it's still pretty nice as far as the sky condition goes down in Seneca, Missouri at the Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. A little bit on the cold side, though, and the cold weather is going to be with us for quite some time, as we'll look in the forecast. But let's take a look at the high today. We made it up to 41 in Joplin, starting out at 28, which was slightly below the normals. 76 a year ago today. Can you believe that? A record high a year ago today. And then -8 back in that cold December of 1989. And we could see a repeat of those types of temperatures in the Central Plains. A little bit too early to say how cold it's going to be here exactly, but it's going to be cold, that's for sure. Radar is all clear right now, so nothing really to see there. Right now we still have westerly winds with temperatures in the 30s across our area. And when you factor in the wind, this is what it feels like right now. 25 in Fort Scott, 23 in Iola, 31 in Chetopa, a little bit warmer down in Jay, where it's currently feeling like 34 degrees. Here in Joplin, we're sitting at 35 degrees with a west-northwest wind at 9, making it feel like 28 out there. Check out the dew point, 19, so the humidity is down there at 52%. Here's a look at the bigger picture. We had that big storm system over the weekend and brought the rain. That has now moved away, but on the backside of it, we have this cold air mass sitting up to the north, and that's going to make its way down to the south and east, and just in time to meet up with this storm system moving out of the southwest. And when you combine those two elements, you're going to get a storm system generating rain for the southern areas and then switching over to snow for northern Oklahoma and including here in the 4 states, and we'll get to the details in just a little bit. Temperatures tonight are going to be generally in the 20s across the area with westerly winds, colder up to the north and warmer down to the south, of course. Then tomorrow, temperatures are only going to be rising into the mid-30s across our area, around 32 in Garnett for their high, and then the upper 30s down to the south. And then as we go into Friday night into Saturday morning, temperatures once again cold with northwesterly winds and lows generally in the 20s across our area. Then on Saturday afternoon, partly cloudy skies with highs in the upper 30s to around 40, just like today, a little bit warmer down to the south and west. Then Saturday night into Sunday morning, there will be a storm system developing and bringing a so-called warm front across our area. It's not really going to change the temperature that much. It's more of a wind shift line with lows generally in the 20s on Saturday or Sunday morning. Now, with the storm system coming in Sunday night into Monday morning, we're looking at our snow tracker. We're generally going to be seeing around 3 inches of snow right now is what we're thinking, a pretty good bet across our area. And so we'll have to keep an eye on that pretty closely. Over the next 7 days, 38 Friday, 37 Saturday, 44 on Sunday. That'll be the heat wave this week. And then as we move into Monday, here comes the snow. Again, around 1 to 3 inches possible across the area, so we'll call it an alert day. And then look at that. Wednesday night into Thursday, we start out at 32 and drop all day Thursday to 5 degrees by the time we roll into Thursday night. Won't that be nice?
Yes, we're starting at freezing. That'll be at midnight, and then it's downhill from there.
All from there. And of course, I'll have more details on the extended in just a bit.
I'm not sure I'm looking forward to it.
You're probably not.
Danny joins us now. The Carl Junction girls have won 3 straight games.
Last night, Carl Junction beat Bentonville West to win the Mustang Classic. We'll hear from the team coming up. And Frontenac Wrestling crosses the state line to face Webb City. Those highlights next. Frontenac Wrestling is in action this afternoon. The Raiders hit the road to face the Webb City Cardinals. Jumping right in at 126 pounds, Frontenac's Cash Wilderman gets it done in the first period. win by pin, the Raiders' first of the day. Next match, Bergen Sounder picks up 3 points in the first period on the near fall. He finishes the job, gets the pin. That makes it 21-6 Raiders. Then Colt Taylor gets the Webb City student section on their feet. He delivers with the fall in the second period. Later, at 190 pounds, Jacob Holt helps put this one away, scores in the second, then holds him down for the pin. Frontenac beats Webb City 39-27. The Galena Bulldogs are at home this evening, hosting a CNC doubleheader. Galena hits the floor against the Girard Trojans. On the boys' side, both Galena and Girard are undefeated through the first few games of the season. We'll have highlights from this one right here at 10. The Carl Junction girls have been on fire to start the season. They're 8-1 and have won each of their last 3 games by more than 20 points. Their last time out on Wednesday night, CJ rolled by Bentonville West 69-40 to win the Mustang Classic. 3 girls scored in the double digits. Kylie Scott led the way with 19 points.
I really love seeing us share the ball. We had 7 assists in the first quarter alone. That's something that we've talked about. When we move it, we become more efficient and we score it better. We get more kids involved and we're tougher to guard. We got a number of kids that can score it. And obviously, you know, Destiny Berge can fill it up in a hurry, and so can Kylie. Desi Williams is coming on, and Hallie shot the ball really well, and so does Chloe. So when we get all 5 of those kids scoring it, we're tough to beat.
Congratulations to the Carl Junction girls. Huh?
Yeah, they're on fire. They're good every year, but it's nice to see a lot of different people stepping up this season.
For sure. We'll be right back. Take some time now to honor a local veteran. Mike Brantley served in the U.S. Army in 1991. The J. Oklahoma native was stationed in the Gulf, and we are proud to salute Sergeant Mike Brantley, a 4-state hero. You can learn about lots of other heroes. We have thousands of them in our database. They're from communities all across this area. We also invite you to submit a hero of your own anytime. It's really simple. You just click on the link on our website, and you know what that is, KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to have the latest on an internet service outage that impacted some Southeast Kansas schools. Plus, how fire crews are using artificial intelligence to combat wildfires. And the White House announces its plan to battle the pandemic, the triple-demic in this case. Those stories, a lot more tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The stunning image quality of Webb is truly out of the world. That is a quote. That's what a research astronomer is saying about the telescope that just captured this stunning image of our universe, or at least a chunk of it. As you can see, the image shows a unique perspective of the universe, including never before seen galaxies that glitter like diamonds. If you want to take a closer look at the image, well, you should know it's been published in the Astronomical Journal, so you can check it out right there.
There's going to be lots of stars tonight to look at. Temperature is pretty chilly, and it's going to stay chilly through the weekend in time for the next storm system arriving on Monday with some snow. And then look at Thursday. We start at 32, dropped through to 5, all the way down to 0 by Friday morning. And just because you two have been good this year, I threw in some flurries for Christmas Day.
Thank you. Okay. Final sports note.
The Galena boys are 3-0. They faced Girard tonight. We'll have those highlights at 10.
See you then. Let's make it a great evening.